So Nekomata is an interesting character, mainly because we get to discover who she is alongside our main characters. Like, no one knows her until she was introduced in chapter 1, and then we see her backstory with the gang and the fact that she has like this change of heart midway through. So I wonder exactly what this story is about and if we're gonna get some, hopefully more backstory with her. On a day accompanied by force-7 gales and thunderstorm alerts, with a serious look on her face, Belle asked me to meet them on top of the roof? Why? Also, there's an extra space here and it's bothering me. There's something I wanted to tell you. So why did we do this in the middle of a thunderstorm, girly pop? Is there something you can only tell me on the roof? Ahem, since we're family, I think I need your input on this. What do you think of Nekomata? Huh? Are the two— wait. No! What are you talking about? Do I look like the type of person who selfishly kidnapped something else? This is lucky cat because of personal preference? Okay, listen, but if you two got together, I think, as your sibling, she got a lot of baggage, let's be real. But I would support it, because she seems like a nice person. Oh. Just let me say one more thing. It was her idea. What? You know that the cutting hairs are not doing great financially, right? Earlier today, Nekomata asked me if we're looking for more people. Oh! Are we hiring Nekomata? She even recommended herself, saying she's got eagle-eyed, efficient, hardworking, and kind. I think she wants to work here to pay off some debts. Oh, that's really nice of her. Wait. Huh, okay. Right? I bet we could handle more customers if we had one more person. If we could give her something cute to wear while talking to customers, I bet we make more money. You want her to be your personal cosplayer? That should be me! Eagle-eyed, efficient, hardworking, and kind. Sounds like she's got what it takes to be a salesperson. So, I guess let's have her work here. I'll go prepare the cute uniform for her. Before long, Nekomata arrives at the video store.
I'm here, guys! I'm ready to go! Hello, Nekomata. Seeing as you're ready, let's not waste any time. I got you this cute uniform. Put it on and let's get to work. Huh? Work? Hang on a minute. Didn't you agree on a commission to take me and a client into a hollow?
What? Okay. Didn't Nicole ask you to come and work your debts off?
I thought your message meant Nicole wanted you to work for us so you could pay back the Cunninghair's debt.
That's not what I meant! I was talking about working down in the hollows. It might look like she has a bank account or a conscience to be. But Nicole has been pretty good to me. Well, we sure got that wrong. But if we're going down into a hollow, where are the rest of the Cunninghairs? I came up with this commission myself.
Oh.
I'm not sure how to put this. Before, I got everybody into a real pickle with vision, but Nicole still asked me to stay. Now that the Cunninghairs are in the red, I think it's time for me to see what I can do!
She's so sweet.
Hustling side gigs to make ends meet, while the boss can't afford to pay her wages. How admirable. Well, ever heard of a fortune cat?
Yes.
And once I get back from this gig with my pay, I'm gonna make the old poker face say, Nekomata, you really are the very model of a cunning hair.
Wait, is this entire plot to impress Anby? I thought you and Anby had already made up.
I thought you and Anby had made up already.
It's not about making amends. It's about the competitive mindset of professionals. Being at Gentle House is a job after all. Besides, even street gangs have performance metrics these days. How about it, Faithin? I've got a lucrative commission set up. You want in? Give me the details on this commission first. No problem. Here's the situation. There's this company that lost a bunch of etheric resources down in a hollow. They're recruiting skilled agents and proxies to do some field surveys down there, in the hopes of one day retrieving it all. Sounds easy enough. But field surveys? Those aren't usually very profitable. Relax. This is just the first step.
Oh.
Think about it. The company needed to find help on Internet just to run some field surveys. when it comes to the official recovery later on, they'll definitely be looking for more.
Okay, so you're setting it up so that if you do the smaller commissions, they may hire you in the future, which is honestly pretty smart because companies will be like, oh, we've already worked with them, we'll continue hiring them if they're good. But that's still always an if. There might not be profit at the end of the road for this.
I see what you mean. Yeah, resource recovery pays really well. People will probably be fighting over that commission. But if we've already worked with them before, then we'll be their first choice.
Maybe I should shut up because Belle's gonna take all the things that I just said.
We sure will. That's Faithin for ya, razor sharp brains. You gotta cast out a long line to catch a big fish. So, you interested in the commission now?
I don't know why, but you gotta cast out a long line to catch a big fish is very Paimon coded. And I don't know why. Fine, we'll think about it.
It's definitely worth considering.
I'll take that as a yes. I'll go confirm the place and time with the client, and then we can get straight to it.
All right. Where are we going for this commission? Oh, the HDD system. Why would I ask? Cat and mouse misplaced. That's terrifying. Anyway, no trial users for me because I have Nekomata on my team. Why use trial Nekomata when mine is somewhat built? I say somewhat because she has no artifacts.
Master, this time I am a limited edition version of Fairy. Fairy Cat, at your service.
Huh? Fairy, you cosplaying too?
Please follow the guide to the end of the route we're surveying inside the hollow.
First of all, you're not Fairy Cat if you're not saying nya at the end of your sentence, buddy. Think about it. You gotta say nya at the end of every sentence.
Fairy Cat suggests you find the guide first. Meow.
There we go.
Your virtual assistant is getting on my nerves. That guy is our guide, right?
This seems suspicious.
Hi, you're Nekomata, right? Allow me to, introduce myself. I'm Ollie, and I'm in charge of this operation.
Operation? This is just a field survey. Is it like a trend for companies to use fancy names?
Yes, actually.
I mean, this time at least I'm your client. Yes, client and guide.
First of all, you sound like you don't want to be here. Second of all, you sound sus.
Speaking of which, our proxy isn't here yet?
We're both right here?
Miss Nekomata, please don't kid around. It's just you and me here. No other.
Homie, look down. I'm just a little short.
He doesn't seem to realize this bamboo right under his nose is a proxy.
Hello, I'm the other?
Ollie, I'm the other.
Who's there?
Homie has never worked with a proxy before, huh? So this is even more suspicious.
Meow! My ears! Sorry I wasn't clear before, Ollie. But please, keep Thyron's hearing in mind. So, as you can see, this talking bamboo is our proxy.
Oh, is that so? My bad. Whew, well, that was embarrassing, letting you see that side of me. But I promise I'm still a reliable guy.
Uh-huh, sure, buddy.
Please, lean on me. Just as much as I'm leaning on this stalagmite right now.
It's gonna break.
See, chatting and laughing so freely like this, while being so close to an ether crystal, whew, that's more than enough to demonstrate my aptitude for it.
What are you trying to prove, my guy? Oh, well, that's fun.
Did the crystal just move? Oh, don't tell me!
We immediately have to rescue this guy?
Oh, it's one of those inactive sleeping at the...
An ethereal!
Oh my god, he's never been here before, huh?
Hey, calm down! I said it's just an inactive ethereal.
Okay, he's not even listening.
Seems he can't even hear anything right now.
Well, let's take care of the ethereal first and talk after. Let's get rid of these ethereals first.
Bro, homie, maybe it's the first day of his job. You know, maybe he's never been in the hollow before, and that's why he's just like screaming all the time. But like, it seems a little sus that this guy's so unprepared with his job. Like, come on, bro. Like, you wouldn't do, like, maybe it's like a company thing and they didn't tell him like, oh, you're gonna be going into the hollows and you're gonna experience like these things, right? And they were just like, figure it out yourself. But he didn't realize how dangerous it was, because Corpo would probably do that, right? Anyone else?
You've done well, Corin.
There's a lot of ether crystals here, actually. They've definitely hired some, like, random people. And they were just like, yeah, figure it out, buddy!
Awaiting.
Oh god, there's so many. It'd be one thing if it was just, like, leaning on one, but no. They said, fight all of them. And if these are the baby ones, I don't even want to think about how Ollie is going to react to, like, the big guys. You mind? There we go.
At last, we're safe. Miss Nekomata, I was blown away by your heroism just then.
I'm glad to hear it, but in the future, could you please not wander aimlessly around the battlefield so much? I don't want you to get hurt. When I read the notes for this job, I assumed you'd be a little more composed. I didn't expect companies would have such different requirements for holo surveyors.
She basically said, you are unskilled, homie. You have a skill issue.
Diversity it's highly valued by the company.
They said, oh, we're gonna put the guy that's in charge of actually just doing all the paperwork to actually explore the hollows, which, I could see Corpo doing.
Fine. I'm really not the best at dealing with ethereals. But I've got a few tricks up my sleeve when it comes to recovering etheric resources.
Really? Then I guess I'll trust you.
The way she's like, nah, bro.
Well, since you mentioned etheric resource recovery, there's no sense hiding it. What we really want is to help support your resource recovery business in the future. So, if everything goes smoothly today, could you have a word with your boss and help us get in on the follow-up commission?
Oh, yeah, of course. No problem, just leave it up to me.
We're counting on you, Meow. Tell you the truth, I've been planning on switching careers recently. Working for a big fancy company like yours ought to pay better than hustling on internet for myself, right?
Sure does.
I wonder if, like, Ollie is an undercover cop as well. It'd be interesting, right? If he was an undercover cop trying to look for illegal proxies and, like, hollow raiders, and he's working, he, like, made up this company and all that, and then he's gonna, like, do the same thing as Nekomata, basically, and, like, because we treated him nicely, he's kind of just like, well, I feel bad about, like, you know, arresting you kind of that way, you know?
Can you tell us how much of a cut you take for recovering etheric resources like this?
Oh, yeah, my cut, well, it's...
Bro is so sus right now.
How silly of me, Mia. You work for a company, so you must get a fixed salary plus bonuses. But I guess that's confidential.
Yes, I have to keep that a secret. That is very considerate of you, Miss Nekomata. I won't disclose exactly how much it is then.
Yeah, I think he's working undercover. I don't think he's actually part of this company.
Cool. Let's not talk about salaries right now, then. Shall we get started with surveying the route?
Oh, okay. Just let me look up the exact details here.
Psst. Hey, Ethan. What do you think of this Ollie guy?
Sus. He said all of that on purpose. Well, yeah, of course he did.
Why would you want to switch jobs when he only just started with the cunning hairs? But I get it. You were leading him on, huh?
I feel like he's a little weird. He talked about working with this company, but his story's full of holes. It's obvious he's not familiar with them. What do you think, Broxy?
I think he's fake. I think he's fake. And or the company was just like, we are out of manpower, we need random people to do random shit, and then so they just shoved him in there. But I think it's more likely that he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, because even if he worked for the company, right, he would at least have some level of knowledge about what happens in the Hollows. But he just doesn't know anything.
He seems like a fake. Just a nobody who wants to hustle some money from down in the Hollows.
I thought so too. Working with you sure saves a lot of hassle. But I'm confused about why he's still forcing himself to come in here when he's obviously terrified.
Homie could be broke.
There must be something going on behind the scenes. Maybe there's a big score waiting to be revealed. In any case, let's finish up this commission with him, then find a way to figure out what's really going on.
I've confirmed the surveyed route.
Okay.
Please stick together.
Mr. Ollie, about your company.
Wait a minute, what's that noise? Would you go check ahead?
Fine. Where is ahead?
Master, Ollie refuses to proceed due to an unusual acoustic occurrence. I suggest you go and investigate.
An unusual acoustic occurrence is certainly a very AI way of saying, like, there was a strange noise. You discover a still functioning timed alarm in the corner of the abandoned building. Not being odor sensitive, it's just that sound always triggers my memories of emergency sirens. So Ollie often hears emergency sirens. That's sus. What kind? Ollie stutters and awkwardly responds, "Ooh, you see, we have some outdated equipment over there, and it's not rare to encounter issues like fires or electrical leaks, leaky toilets, and that stuff." Fires, electrical leaks, and leaky toilets do not go together, buddy.
Phew. Well, luckily that's not an enemy. We should get out of here. Over there!
Talking about work, Mr. Ollie, what do you...
Homie's just not saying anything.
What's that? Oh, there's something wobbling around. Straight ahead. Can you go check?
What?
Master, there is an unknown object moving around in the ruins ahead. Ollie is scared stiff and unable to continue. Please head there and investigate.
Do I have to? You walk into the ruins only to discover a wrinkly worn coat. If I show up in such a wrinkly uniform, I'll definitely be scolded. Your company has a uniform? A suit! I mean a suit! Hey, check this! What's in its pocket? It's a supermarket coupon. Give it to Nekomata. Having unexpectedly obtained a supermarket coupon, Nekomata decides not to press Ollie about the holes in his story for now. Nekomata, don't be distracted.
Can't wait to go shopping after getting my pay.
Homie, please stop being distracted.
There is some writing on the wall ahead. Ollie believes this may be a useful marker. Proceed forward. Do check it out.
Congratulations, you have arrived at where I've been. I wish you good luck in all your future endeavors. Let me bestow upon you a blessing. Then a recording of a song by a person who was way too confident in their singing voice starts playing. You call this a blessing? This song of blessing has attracted ethereals. Oh god. I choose you, Nekomata, the amazing. I hate it here. Is that a Pokemon reference? Bro, the amount of Pokemon references in this game is crazy, and I love it. How about this? I'll send in Lyacon. Use, I don't know. Well, you can't use Blizzard, technically. Is there an Ice Stomp? I know there's Stomp, but I don't think there's a specifically elemental one. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down.
Okay.
Say no more.
Oh? Oh, this was an elevator. Hello.
No problem. It's gonna hit me.
Did that not count as a dodge? Okay. That also did not. Okay, whatever.
Time to hunt.
Please, give me a little bit.
You've done well, Corin.
I'm up. Time to sharpen my claws.
I will say Nekomata's fun. specifically if there's multi-target. If she's a single target, if there's like a single target enemy,
No
she is
problem.
less fun. I prefer Corrin. But
Watch your back.
multi-target, 100% I will go for Nekomata.
Ethereals are way too scary. We should get out of here. Over there.
Fine. You're not getting any of this money, by the way. I hope you know.
Let me handle that locked door ahead. I forgot to bring the key card.
We can open the door with that button.
Can you... can you please go take a look?
Uh-huh. Fine, whatever. Here, door. I'm doing all your work for you.
The door's open.
Wow. Who would have thought?
We should go this way now. Yeah.
Uh-huh. This is a trap,
It
bro.
should be safe around here.
Uh-huh, sure. Yep, there you are.
Oh, why are ethereals here all of a sudden?
It's a hollow, my guy.
Take care of them. I'm begging you.
Bro is useless. Homie, please. Literally, why is he there, though? I think that's, like, the biggest question. Like, he actually would not survive without a proxy or a raider.
Please step aside.
Oops.
At your service. Say no more.
Ow! Bro shot me straight in the chest.
That's a fact. I'm up.
All right, who else? Anyone here? Hello.
Okay,
Leave the rest to me.
no problem.
Ow.
Time to sharpen my claws.
How did that guy not get hit at all? Okay. Max level threat is... Oh, it's just this guy? That's fine. What threat?
Please stand still.
We don't know her.
The ethereals have all been taken care of.
Home stretch. Can I walk behind you too?
Just follow me.
Yeah. Carrot data, okay.
Oh, the survey route finishes right up there.
How can there be so many?
Oh, this looks like a boss thing. We'll just store it for now because I don't have anything else for it.
They may be small, but I've got a weird feeling about this.
Oh.
Ah, there! That's a big one!
Can you shut up? You are going to attract the other ones.
I'll get rid of them.
Homie, watch. It's gonna be like a tiny little guy. Just a small smidgen of a little guy. He's not really that big. He's just a little bit scary looking, and that's it. Again, I reiterate, small little guys.
You've done well, Corrin. In position.
I'm up. It's gonna hit me.
Did that actually hit me or not?
No problem. Watch your back.
Okay, less small. Semi-small. He's just a little lean guy. Not really super short or small, but also not as scary. Like, this isn't even a big guy.
Master.
Wait, don't move.
See, nothing to it, buddy. I love it when the shot is just the big boo looking at us.
Phew, that's great. That's a wrap for the commission, thanks to the both of you. Couldn't have gotten it all done today without you. As for your payment, once we exit the hollow, I'll have funds transferred to Miss Nekomata's Internet account. Oh, and don't worry, I'll be putting in a good word for you two back at the company.
Thanks.
Okay, we're counting on you, Mia.
Now that our business is done and dusted, shall we head out of the hollow now?
No problem. Me and the proxy will find the fastest and safest route out of the hollow. This is how a proxy makes a living, so we can't let you listen in. Sorry about that.
I understand. I'll just stand over there and turn my back to you. You can trust me.
I don't like that you said that.
Darn it. I was so busy and flustered the whole time I never got around to asking this guy about his true purpose and identity.
We can follow him.
We don't have time. We have to leave the hollow soon and then everyone will go their separate ways.
You can't torture him? It's crazy.
Nekomata, to be up front, you can't extract info through torture.
Come on, I know that. Even if he's hiding something, he's still the client. Besides, just because I was taken in by a street gang doesn't mean I'm gonna do stuff like that.
It doesn't matter if you were taken in by a street gang. The fact is that, I don't think interrogating him too much would help. I think following him would.
Proxy. Speaking of street gangs, that reminds me. It's time to use my secret ability. Watch this.
Nekomata quickly darts over to where Ollie is standing without him noticing and returns just as quickly. You steal his...
Got it. Now let me see what this so-called guide Ollie has on him. Huh? Wait, these are... handcuffs?
Please respect other people's hobbies is crazy!
You should respect other people's hobbies, Nekomata. That's private. Now quickly, put it back.
Hold up, Wise. Barry just detected a string of numbers on the handcuffs that match the same format used by public security.
Ooh, did I call it?
What? These handcuffs belong to a public security officer?
Miss Nekomata, Proxy, how's your chat going? I think I can hear some ethereals nearby. What are my handcuffs doing over? I mean, they're not my not handcuff. Oh.
I think this is more pathetic that he's actually part of public security. The homie, have you never dealt with an ethereal before?
Tell us the truth, Ollie. Why do you have public security handcuffs on you?
It's that I found those handcuffs.
Bro, how are you a cop?
Oh, so you just found them somewhere. Well then, that's completely fine, yeah?
Nekomata suddenly gives Ollie a sharp kick to the knee and pins him on the ground.
Well now, Ollie. I took you for a rookie thief judging by the way you cowered like a chicken in the hollow. I never thought you'd steal something from a public security officer. I thought I could get a nice score from your commission. But seems we ought to be grateful you haven't landed us in even more trouble. And these handcuffs that you just found? What kind of incompetent officer would lose their own equipment? Any cop who lets you take their cuffs off them must be a real weakling.
Please don't insult public security officers. A public security officer has to grit his teeth and endure arduous training. They have to stay up all night studying for exams, has to struggle to pass the strictest of screening. Only then can he become an officer.
Uh-huh.
Why are you getting all virtuous all of a sudden? Hold up, don't interrupt me. We want the truth, and get on with it. Who are you really, and why did you post a fake commission through a fake company?
You know why, Neko. There's a reason why illegal proxies are illegal.
It's... I can't tell you.
Can't tell us? Are you still not grasping the situation? Let me see. Since you're not cooperating, I guess I'll just have to throw you to the ethereals in here. Oh boy, we killed so many of their friends today. I bet they're gonna be real happy to see you. Right? How about now? Ready to talk?
I won't tell. Even if you feed me to the ethereals, I won't.
Uh-huh.
What is up with this guy? He's scared out of his wits, but he still won't talk.
Hold on, Nekomata. I've just matched the serial number from these handcuffs to an officer. Ollie, male, Team 4, Criminal Investigations Division at Janus 12th Precinct. That's who this guy is.
Huh? No, wait. This guy is actually a public security officer?
We been new, but okay. Homie has never been in a holo, clearly. Not long after, on a secluded street outside the holo.
All right, we've made it out. Well, officer, you said you wouldn't hold us liable before, so let's say our goodbyes right here then.
Please, wait. Miss Nekomata, before you leave, can you reassure me that you're both good people, and that you will not tell anyone anything about meeting me today?
Why? Why? So maybe this was an undercover thing, and like, he didn't have the resources to do what he wanted to do within public security, so he's like vigilanteing it.
My mission today was top secret. I need to make sure no one harboring ulterior motives learns this information.
Interesting that you would go to an illegal proxy and holo raider for a mission that is top secret. Like, this seems like a bad idea in general.
Okay, don't worry. If we had any ulterior motives, we would have snuck off and left you with the ethereals. Way back when we first realized you weren't who you claimed to be.
Oh, I see. Of course. That makes sense. Wait, you knew I wasn't with the company all along?
Yes, you were so obvious, bro. You gave yourself away as soon as you opened your mouth.
Actually, you gave yourself away as soon as you opened your mouth.
Honestly, how could your boss or your coworkers let you go alone on a mission like this?
Because this operation was at my personal request. I've been a public security officer for years now, but I still can't get over my phobia of ethereals. I've screwed up a few operations, and these days, I always get benched. There's been this really tough case, and we're short of leads. I thought maybe we could use Internet to lure in our culprit with some crime-related info. If the plan worked, I'd be able to take credit for it, even if I wasn't involved with the operation later on. If I was lucky, I might even have gotten a certificate.
Well, I didn't expect you to be so driven by personal gain. Well, I did, because anyone who kind of does these things low-key, driven by personal gain, but...
I wouldn't have taken you for someone so driven by personal gain.
A call.
That's my boss on the phone. 1 second. Hello? Boss, it's Ollie.
Where are you? Did you post to Internet pretending to be a company going into a holo?
Ooh, bro's about to get fired.
It wasn't on purpose. Please don't fire me.
Fire you? Why would I fire you? You did great. If we can crack this case, you'll take first merit for it and land a handsome bonus. Get back to the precinct and get yourself ready for the next operation.
My boss praised me. All these years, my boss has finally praised me! Did you hear that? Not only do I get to keep going out with them on operations, but I might even get a bonus!
Homie is pathetic. Oh my god.
Oh, congratulations.
What am I gonna do?
You were just so happy. Why the long face?
Going on future operations with them means I definitely have to go back into a holo again. And I'll mess things up as soon as we run into any ethereals.
You'll just have to work it out for yourself. Proxy, let's go!
Bye.
Wait a sec! Miss Nekomata, Proxy, this may be a bit forward, but would you please consider becoming case consultants for public security and helping me to complete the mission?
Huh?
You know the truth about my Internet commission. Making you case consultants feels much safer than just relying on a verbal promise. And what's more, based on our previous adventure, when it comes to holos, I can tell your abilities are far superior to mine. With your support, all those things I couldn't do before, they don't have to be pipe dreams any longer. This time, I really just might get a bonus.
But how can you keep this up for such a long time? Like, you're gonna have to rely on these proxies. And what if, like, we're busy doing other things? Like, Nekomata still has shit to do with the cunning hairs. I still have things to work out his faith in. Like, Also, the fact that, I don't know, public security really doesn't like us.
Then if we say no, what are you gonna do?
Probably cry and beg on his knees, one of those.
If you really won't say yes, then I can only bid farewell to my Medal of Honor with tears in my eyes. And ask you once again to keep this confidential.
Yeah? That's it?
I thought you'd just take us back to the precinct, actually.
I thought you were going to take us back to the precinct.
I'd never go back on my word. I swear it on my honor as an officer.
I gotta say, he really is just...
Pathetic?
Fine, Ollie. I reluctantly agree to this commission of yours, or your request for us to be case consultants, or whatever.
As long as we're being paid, I hope.
Really?
But on one condition. We charge a high fee. If we help you complete the mission, your entire bonus is ours.
That's fine with me. I'd rather have the prestige over any bonus.
Sick!
Great. Then let's do it.
Later, Ollie rushes back to 12th Precinct with a heavy sigh of relief.
Alright then, Proxy. Today's matter is settled. Let's head back. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? It feels weird.
I didn't take you for someone who'd team up with the public security officer.
I never thought you'd agree to team up with a public security officer, Nekomata.
So what? I agreed to his request. What's so unbelievable about that?
You have a heart. That's it. And I appreciate that.
Don't worry, I won't lose us any money. I've heard that they pay out pretty decent bonuses. And if he's so willing to give up the whole thing, then why not? And Dolly might seem unreliable, but there were several times today when he surprised me. Perhaps there's more to this guy than meets the eye? Anyway, let's just wait for him to contact us if we're gonna be supporting him. We can talk about his case then.
You know what would be really sad if he turns into ethereal by the end of this and, like, we never see him again and instead he just kind of dies at the last mission? Because I could see that happening too. I thought Ollie was a thief. Turns out he's a public security officer. And this commission has gone on for so long. Fortunately, Ollie means no harm. Hopefully. Yeah, after all that, we do our business on Internet. We have a pretty big misunderstanding with Ollie in the Hollow. Anyway, we're committed now, so let's pull ourselves together and get this commission done. I got a message from Nekomata. She wants to meet at the alley entrance. Maybe she has an update on the last commission. No, I'm not looking at the cat! Honestly, the other proxy is here. Yeah, I just got here. What are you guys talking about? We're discussing tactics. As you can see, the situation has become clearer. I never expected this to be the culprit. Spreading rumors, laying down bait, and luring an enemy. What a cunning move. That's the experience you pick up from years on the streets. I wouldn't have resorted to this if the situation wasn't this direct. I knew we could count on you, Nekomata. Proxy, are you ready? I want to strike first to avoid any more sleepless nights. I'm with you. 1, 2, 3. What are you guys talking about? For 2 days in a row now, the BBQ beef have gone missing from my bowl of noodles while I wasn't paying attention. I bumped into Nekomata earlier, and she helped me get to the bottom of this. Turns out the culprit is this cat. We're planning a sneak attack on its belly to make up for the pieces of BBQ beef I lost out over the last 2 days. You know what? This is so bell-coded! I love her! I thought you two were talking about a commission. Oh, I almost forgot, Meow. I came here to talk to you about the following up on the commission today. Let's talk about the details in your store. I'm going to die from exhaustion if I keep standing here, Meow! After the three of them take turns stroking the cat's belly for a while, they return to the video store, and Nekomata recounts her meeting with Ollie.
These gangsters have been looting lost ether resources all over the Hollows for quite some time. Their methods are cruel, and they've amassed a substantial fortune. No precinct in any jurisdiction has been able to pin them down because they roam around, so the case remains unsolved.
And thus, you want to solve it so you can get the prestige from it, right?
So here's what I'm thinking. First of all, we put out the word on Internet that there's a large commission to recover ether resources. The commission which you and the proxy got involved with last time. Then, We use ether resources from our evidence room as bait and set a trap by placing them in the hollow. Finally, we wait for the gangsters to take the bait and then apprehend them all inside the hollow.
Sounds pretty solid. Then what?
Okay, well, then we officially adopt this as our battle plan.
Oh, well done then. It seems like you have a real talent for organizing plans.
It's just... 11th Precinct also wants in, and I've been promoted to head up the joint operation.
Why did you say just? You're starting to make me nervous.
You see, only the 11th Precinct has access to the ether resources and evidence. I'm about to go undercover into the hollow to set up the trap with 2 strangers from the General Affairs Department who I've never even met before. And my weakness will be exposed the second we run into any ethereals, and they won't exactly help me hide it, and then once my boss hears about it, I'm betting once again I'll...
So what? It's not like I can go meet them in your place. Cry and beg all you want. But I'm...
Oops.
Of course. I'd never dream of getting you to do such a thing, Miss Nekomata. As a case consultant, I just need you to take care of any ethereals along the way, so we can safely lay our bait.
Case consultant? Sounds more like a bodyguard.
It does.
Oh, not at all. Think of it as being temporary, unofficial personnel for public security. I've already filled in everyone back at the precinct about the case consultant who will be helping out with the operation.
It's really stressful working on an operation alongside this many officers. I kind of regret agreeing to help you.
Oh, please don't say that. This operation really needs you, Miss Nekomata. What if we use remote comms to keep in touch, and you can help me from a little further away? Then you won't have to talk to the other officers.
But people would be hearing the comms, wouldn't they?
If that's an option, then I'll consider doing it. By the way, this case consultant thing, is there anything else I need to know about?
As you're effectively temporary unofficial personnel for public security, you'll need to comply with basically the same rules that current officers do. You'll be fine. You just need to memorize this simple 476-page new officer training manual.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Is something wrong?
Yes!
I know what to do, so just leave everything to me.
I refuse to read that, by the way. Back to the present in the video store.
And so that's what happened when I met Ollie just now.
So, did you memorize all the pages?
So that 476 pages. Did you memorize everything?
Course not. Who'd want to learn how to be a public security officer by reading all that?
He would, actually.
All I have to do is work with the officers from public security. It's no big deal. I'll just brush up on a few things beforehand. There's still some time before Ollie's mission, so I'll go study nearby and give you a buzz when it's time to go.
Ah, she's gone. She said she was going to study somewhere nearby. How does Nekomata plan to study exactly?
Maybe she's gonna look at the routing or something?
Why don't you go find out, Wise? That way, you'll be more confident going into the hollow with her.
Sure, I suppose. Is she studying by eating? Or, like, petting cats? Somehow I feel like it's gonna be petting cats. Nekomata, where are you? Oh, are you just snooping around where officers are and then seeing how they behave? That's not gonna help you, buddy. Whoa, it's you, Proxy. You scared me sneaking up on me like that. What are you doing here? Hey, I told you guys I have to study up before working with public security officers. Look, those officers over there look like they're discussing work. It's a good chance to study how they talk to each other. You're being so obvious right now. They can see you in your line of sight. You can watch them with me if you want. Just keep on the down low. Don't stare at them like that. You are staring at them and not even hiding yourself, buddy. You pretend to be waiting for someone on the street side when Nekomata eavesdrops on the two officers' conversation. I'm Whitney from Team 2 in Criminal Investigation Department of the 11th Precinct. I heard you folks have a lead on the Operation Midnight case? Reporting, ma'am. I'm Derman from the Traffic Control Department of the 12th Precinct. Here's a list of people involved in the traffic accident. The driver, who is now in a coma, is suspected to have some ties with Operation Midnight. thanks. No need to be so formal. While I'm in charge of this case, it's the support and teamwork from all departments and units that have made such a rapid progress in our investigation possible. Madam Whitney, you are so down to earth. It's the least we can do. The 11th and 12th precincts have always worked well together, thanks to all you. I'll take this info back to headquarters to review. Please keep an eye on the unconscious driver. So this is how public security officers talk while working. Well, there's nothing much left to see here. I'll go check out some other places. Nekomata and the 2 public security officers leave. This seems... I mean, maybe they saw that someone was listening in on them, so they'll, you know, sound like that, perhaps. Are you behind the video game store? Are those cops? Like undercover cops? Oh, you're here. What are you doing here? Shh, keep your voice down. Look over there. See those 2 chatting? They might not be in uniform, but my bet is they're security officers, Meow. You gotta trust a cat's instincts. Listen to the conversation between the officers with Nekomata. Arno, did you catch the news? Wade from Team 2 over the Criminal Investigation Department got transferred to another precinct. What? He's at 11th Precinct now? Well, he's going to be kept on his toes. The crime rate there is way higher than ours. Yeah, but they also close a lot of cases. They really know how to get the job done. That's true. We started at the same time. We might get promoted to Janet's headquarters soon, and I'll be stuck here. But hey, didn't you guys solve a big case last month? That was an inter-district arrest. The case belonged to the 8th Precinct, and we didn't even get to interrogate the suspect before they were taken away, so it ended up have nothing to do with us. I thought being on that case would save me from worrying about the year's performance evaluations, but now I can't even come up with a decent self-assessment report. Yeah, it's tough. Last year, someone in 11th Precinct wrote a 10,000-word report, and now the higher-ups are more strict about word count for self-assessment reports. By the way, Jean, your girlfriend works in the General Affairs Department in 11th Precinct, right? I haven't seen you 2 together lately. Oh, she's been really busy. The General Affairs Department often has to handle various tasks for the Criminal Investigation Department, and there's a lot going on in 11th Precinct. Plus, officers in the Criminal Investigation Department are under a lot of pressure, so they sometimes take it out on General Affairs Department. Yeah, that reminds me. When we helped out the headquarters when we were all treated like errand boys. You don't say. Wish I have a nice supervisor. Well, life at public security always comes with their fair share of trouble every day. Do you really need to keep track of random discussions? Absolutely. Anyone who's experienced life out of the streets knows that if you want to understand someone, you need to know how they truly live and think. These security officers might just be chatting, but they've actually revealed quite a bit of useful info. For example, these guys are from General Affairs may see us as their superiors from the Criminal Investigation Department. If that's the case, we do end up talking to them during the operation. We don't have to be so nervous. That makes sense. Looks like my studying is paying off, right? I've gathered enough useful data for the operation later. I'll go get ready. Let's meet at the entrance to Hollow. Nekomata finishes speaking and leaves. Search for the best location to plant bait. Gotcha. Oh, why are there 2 routes?
Ollie, I'm with the proxy at the coordinates you sent.
That's great! So, once I meet with the officers from the 11th Precinct, you just need to follow us in parallel from a distance. If anything happens, I'll request your immediate support through comms.
Just when the time comes, be quick about it instead of exercising your lung capacity.
I'll try my best to hold it in. After all, the other officers of the 11th Precinct will be with me.
I hear footsteps. Sounds like the other officers have arrived on your end. Good. Let's stay in touch.
Hey, but I haven't seen anyone else here yet.
Master, 2 young humans have been detected near you.
Near us?
Huh? Hey, Ollie. There are 2 people approaching me over here. What's going on?
Uh-oh, he swapped spots.
That's impossible. I know I sent the correct meetup coordinates to the 11th Precinct. I'll pull up the chat history. Oh no! I did send the wrong one! I sent your coordinates instead! What are we gonna do?
I was just about to ask you that!
Get out of there before they see you! They won't be able to keep up with you!
I haven't done anything wrong. Why should I have to run? Besides, what happens to the operation if I leave?
The operation. I'll just go back and confess to my boss about my ethereal phobia. It's fine. At the very worst, they'll just take command of the operation from me. In any case, I'll take full responsibility. I would never create difficulties for you.
Well, at least he's responsible, even if he is pathetic. Never thought Ollie would have the guts to do something like that.
Ollie can be quite stubborn about certain things.
Quit complaining, Wise. If we don't make a plan soon, we're gonna be out of time.
Don't worry, Proxy. I'll handle this. Looks like I'll have to show off my skills from my old profession. Consider this a free lesson, Ollie. Watch and learn.
Are you gonna pretend to be Ollie?
The rendezvous point should be close by.
Is that a girl over there? Did we get something wrong?
Hey, are you two from the next precinct over? You're in the right place. Codename Operation Watch and Wait. I'm Ollie from Team 4 Criminal Investigations at the 12th Precinct, and I'm in charge of today's operation.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Delaney from General Affairs at the 11th Precinct, and this is Huggins.
Did they not check, like, I don't know, any form of badge or anything? Like, I can't believe they just fell for that.
We humbly apologize if we caused any offense just now. We'll cooperate in full and carry out all orders to finish the mission.
You don't have to be so formal. We've never met, and it's an undercover sting. So it's completely normal to be guarded about anyone nearby the meeting point. And without 11 Precinct support, we could never carry out this operation. So I should be thanking you.
I didn't think you'd be so young, Officer Ollie, or so easygoing. When I heard the name Ollie, I imagined an old guy in a stained tan suit with heavy bags under his eyes.
Oh, they're talking about me.
Again, pathetic.
This guy has a very specific imagination.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Huggins is just like that. And what were you just saying about being specific?
Oh, what I mean is, everyone's here now, so let's hurry up and be specific in our mission.
Roger. We've already marked out several alternative coordinates, so please come with us.
Oh, we fooled them. We actually fooled them!
Which is crazy. Like, you don't think that they would investigate, like, oh, you're actually a cop. Like, you don't even have a badge or anything. Like, anyone could just claim, oh, I'm this person from this district. Like, this seems weird. This seems so sus. Like, this... How does this work, even?
Don't relax just yet, Ollie. That was just the beginning. They're gonna have more questions along the way. The real test isn't like just getting started. Anyway, find somewhere safe nearby to hide and keep an eye on things. If I need info from you, be ready to tell me quickly. Understand?
Right. Understood.
Officer, we've already marked 3 deployment points. This is the first location. This is the second. And this is the final one.
Very well. We'll go investigate as per usual. Hollows are unpredictable. Stay close to me. Watch your step. Avoid the ethereals.
And then this. Yep.
We've reached the deployment point. Setting up the bait now.
Wait. I hear something strange.
How come there are so many ethereals here?
Oh, what? I got sucked in? All right. Fine, we can fight. But also, how are they gonna explain, like, when they have to fight ethereals, you know? Like, that's also a side thing, like... Like, how much do the other departments know about each other? Well, it's a fairly big department, so I'm assuming not too much, I suppose. But, like, they didn't even get, like, a confirmation or bio or anything like that. It seems weird. I feel like the secret is gonna come out and then Nekomata's gonna have to deal with it and kind of just be like, well, we're gonna have to figure out and cover for this in, like, chapter 3 or whatever. Like, maybe he gets assigned to something bigger and then he can't cover up the lie.
In position.
Especially because we're, like, not legal hollow raiders / proxies, so... Oh, big guy!
Take this.
Your weak spot!
By your will.
I'm up! Time to sharpen my claws!
I did not mean for Nekomata, but you know what? We have Nekomata.
Of ethereals to jump out of nowhere like that. But they're dealt with.
You sure took them all out quickly, Ollie. I barely had a chance to react.
Yeah, no wonder your average combat scores at the 12th precinct were higher than ours last month. Turns out it's all because of you.
Oh, come on, you're all exaggerating. We're only up on you by 0.2 points. And combat scores are really only for internal use anyway. They're worth nada in the real world. Your precinct's high rate of closing cases? Now that's the real achievement.
Yeah? Didn't I hear you all cracked a whopper of a case a little while back, though?
You're probably thinking of those inter-district raids carried out by the 14th precinct, right? We can't take any credit for that.
Ah, I see. That's a real shame.
Right? If we don't catch these gangsters and their ether loot, then I don't know what I'm gonna write in my annual report this year.
Wow, even an elite officer like yourself has to worry about writing reports. I feel like you're one of us now.
It's much harder being a desk jockey than catching criminals in the hollows. But the word limit for reports this year has been reduced, thanks to all the spam your precinct put out last time.
That was actually Huggins over here. In his report, he wrote out 20 times. Being a public security officer is the greatest job in the whole world. Becoming a better officer is my core meaning in life.
Delaney, you swore you'd never tell anyone about that. Anyway, it's better than what you wrote. If you can't afford to raise my salary, I hope you raise my pension by 20%.
Honestly, I agree with her, though.
But that's what I really thought.
Uh-huh.
You two are sure interesting.
Huh. I never expected Miss Nekomata to know so much about our inter-precinct gossip. It's like I didn't even need to come along at all.
Isn't that a good thing? Why you getting all self-pitying?
Huh? Officer Ollie, what's that about pity?
Nothing.
I meant, there's nowhere good to place those ether resources here. And that's a real pity.
Ah, you're right. Let's push on and check out our next option then.
Yeah, it's really hard to do
We
intercoms.
probably
It wouldn't
shouldn't deploy here. It's too dangerous.
Next, let's go over there.
Excuse me while I get these things. Don't look at me, buddy. Okay. Oh. Some toxic
The space here
zones.
seems pretty unstable.
Oh no, my money. My money! Oh, I'm so sad.
We've reached the deployment point. Setting up the bait now.
Oh, come on.
Master, a hollow shift has just occurred. You are now in an area affected by spatial distortion.
Great. A hollow shift wasn't part of our plan.
Don't panic, that's normal. I've dealt...
Master, we found an old projector. I can play its memory data for you.
Sure. Oh. Down. Right. Up. Down. Okay. Down. Right. Up. Ooh. Newspaper. Then
I
down.
have discovered a note. I suggest picking it up and taking a look. The note reads, Red is a liar.
Oh, so up.
It's the exit.
And we fight for the exit, I suppose. Bro, homie's not gonna be able to keep this up. I'm sorry. Neko has specific powers and, like, the ability to fight in the hollows. Like, what is Ollie gonna do when, like, those two agents come back, right? Also, like, when they go back, it's like, yeah, I didn't expect Ollie to be, like, a little girl, you know? When they yap. With all the gossip and stuff, you know?
I'm here.
You've done well, Corin.
Boy!
I'm up.
Ow! Did you have to do that?
Understood.
Anyone else want to fight? I guess a few more, huh?
No problem. I'm up.
Leave the rest to me. Time to hunt.
Any more? Fine. Final wave. Is it just you two?
No problem.
I dodged multiple times for no reason.
I'm up. No problem.
Anyone else? Oh, it's literally just you. I don't know why you died. You didn't die, actually. Are we clear? Ooh, we're clear. In the next area, too.
I thought one of the first two locations would surely be suitable. Lucky we didn't spend too much time on them.
It's so nice to have such an elite on the team. Officer Ollie, you've achieved incredible success at such a young age. Could you tell us which school you graduated from?
Help.
Which school?
Oh, right. This is me. Argyle's campus.
Yeah, it was Argyle's campus.
Hey, isn't that the school where tuition is free?
Huggins, watch your mouth! Sorry, Officer Ollie. Huggins didn't mean anything bad about your old school.
Also, what's wrong with free tuition? Like, I think tuition should be free, especially if it's meant to promote education. What you got against free education, huh, buddy?
It's just, you're so skilled, we thought you must be from an elite academy.
So which year did you graduate?
Oh, that's me again. Class of 45.
Class of 45.
Huh? 45? Wasn't that years ago? The graduates from that class must be nearly 40 now, right?
Yeah, but ma'am, you don't even look 30, let alone 40.
You just look, you know, Asian don't reason, I guess. Ollie, what are you eyeing about?
Ollie, now's not the time to go blank. Hurry up and think of something.
My skincare routine is just on point. I don't know, just say something!
Hang on. Officer Ollie, could it be that your real identity is in fact...
My real identity?
A child prodigy who skipped grades to get into the academy super early for her age?
You got me. I can't hide anything from you. I was actually an orphan who was taken in. My foster mom was always so kind to me, but she made some bad investments. So our finances were never good.
Oh, Neko is just putting her own story in this, huh?
Ah, I see. So you're the oldest in a family with lots of foster siblings. You lived in a tiny house at the mercy of the elements, your whole family squeezed into but a single bed.
Huggins, are you speaking about your own experiences, buddy?
As the oldest kid, you'd secretly eat moldy crusts while carving off the good bits of bread to share with a smile for your younger siblings.
Wow, sounds like an old soap opera.
That's why. To keep costs down at home, you chose to enroll at the Argyle's campus, which has lower age limits and free tuition.
Girly Pop, have you ever thought about enrolling in an art school? Because damn, your drama is crazy.
Actually, you pretty much nailed it.
But lots of company-affiliated schools have free enrollment too.
Why'd you decide to become a public security officer?
Well, before I went into foster care, I wasn't a good kid. This one time, I overestimated my abilities against a really bad person, and nearly ended up losing my life for nothing. But even with all that, someone still stood up for me.
Aww.
Protected me, and accepted me. It might have been unintentional, but for me it was like coming home to a dream home. So if I could, I also wanted to protect something with my own hands. To pay it forward.
I understand. You chose to become a public security officer to protect others. No wonder you're in charge of this operation at such a young age. Your morals are beyond reproach.
Bro, why are all the men in this entire story quest just pathetic?
I only became an officer to show off to the ladies. I'm just a piece of dirt compared to you.
After hearing about your past, I realize I really don't have any dreams of my own. I only took this job for its pension perks.
Honestly, as you should. Getting a job with pension sometimes can help, I guess, let you do the things that you want to do, like having a stable financial job and then you actually do what you want to do on the side. I totally agree with that.
Don't be like that. I think it's good to have dreams based in reality. Besides, our reasoning for joining the Force might be different. But aren't we all fighting to protect this city? Day in, day out?
Wow, Officer Ollie, you're so kind. As a fellow public security officer, I'm filled with pride. I'll have to redouble my efforts to be deserving of such words.
Sorry, ma'am. Huggins gets emotional easily. Don't mind him. Let's push on and check out the next location.
This area is prone to spatial displacement. Not a good spot. Let's head to another deployment point.
I'll take the money. Oh, the third spot.
Master, I haven't detected any anomalies here. This location is suitable to place bait.
All right. You and the other two officers work diligently moving supplies and setting up the bait as you think to yourself, if only Ollie could help with physical labor like this. Well done. Now you can finally call it off a day.
Reporting in, Officer Ollie. Our ether resource trap has been set.
Great work. So it's done. I didn't think talking with those two would be so tiring.
It's called socializing.
Really? You obviously had no issues with it, Miss Nekomata. And what's more, the thing you said just now about using your hands to protect something, it was just like the real thing. If I didn't know you were just pretending to be me, I might have been moved to tears just like Huggins.
Wanna know why your acting skills were so bad before, Ollie?
Why?
It's because the key to a good disguise is to never completely make everything a lie.
I mean, that's why actors pull from their own experiences to put into, like, their characters, right? Like, the deepest emotions will come from your own experiences.
You need real experience, or else they'll see through you. Your words will lack conviction. You have to understand the character you're playing. Adding a hint of real-life experience works best, balancing truth and fiction.
So that's it. No wonder your story was so touching. It's because it's a true story.
Hey, don't just assume other people's experiences. I said add a hint. Anyway, if you hadn't messed up giving up the info, I wouldn't have had to go through all the trouble.
I'm so sorry, truly. Hang on, I think I hear something nearby.
Oh my god.
Huh? Ollie, do you copy? What's going on?
Warning. Large numbers of ethereals are converging near the client's location.
Of course they are.
Hypothesis. This area experiences spatial anomalies that teleport in ethereals from other locations.
What? Now of all times?
Because plot, buddy.
I'll come up with something. As long as he can hold them off for a few minutes.
What do you mean by come up with something? Officer Ollie, you've seemed a little absent-minded right from the get-go.
That's... You're right. I've actually had something on my mind. The key to this whole watch and wait operation revolves around whether or not these gangsters actually take the ether bait we've laid out for them. That's why I think before we withdraw, we should check nearby for signs of anyone suspicious. To guarantee that nobody notices anything about today's operation. Gangsters can be tricky after all.
Ah, I see. Drawing on such rich experience? No wonder you're leading the operation.
It's just... You've helped me out so much today running around these hollows. And now, I'm asking you to go the extra mile. It feels bad.
No, really, it's nothing. Guaranteeing safe operations is what public security officers do.
It sure is. I have the greatest respect for you, Officer Ollie, so just give us the order.
Alright, here's what we'll do. We're gonna split into 2 groups and search for signs of anything suspicious nearby. If we find anything, radio the other team.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, Nekomata's swift response earns the approval of other 2 security officers. However, to ensure everyone's safety, it might be best to provide them with some additional guidance. Maybe you can check the left side together or split. No, they should go together and then I can check on my own. You make a good point. It would be safer if we stick together. Let's do that. The 2 officers nod in agreement.
So we'll go that way.
I'm with you.
Proxy, we have to go rescue Ollie.
Oh?
These are definitely Ollie's footprints.
I will take that before rescuing Ollie. Ollie, we're coming for you. As soon as we get all the money.
There's so many ethereals teleporting here. This doesn't look great. I hope he can hang in there.
He can...
You really think some wimpy ethereals can stop me?
We'll probably be able to hear him, if anything. Alright, Ollie. Where's your screams? Boxes? Oh.
Ollie must be close. These ethereals are never ending.
Excuse me while I chop up box. Can I not chop up the boxes? Oh, there's still 1 year.
You've done well, Corin.
I wanted to destroy boxes. I am cat. If I fit, then I sit. I did not fit. Box. Okay, never mind. Does this break? Yes, it does. Give me Denny's. Wait, where am I going? Hey, buddy.
Ollie! Hey, Ollie! You can stop shaking now. Everything's fine.
Miss Nekomata! Proxy! You made it! Oh no. If you're here, does that mean the entire operation has failed all because of me?
It hasn't failed. I managed to think up a way to send those 2 off. I'm completely exhausted. You know, you better take responsibility for turning a simple operation into such a mess. If you can't crack the case and get our commission fee, I'll never let you off the hook. You got that? Ollie? Ollie, answer me!
I feel like Ollie's a bit bummed out. Am I imagining things?
Ollie seems a little depressed.
You're not wrong, Proxy. It's because I can't stop wondering. Has teaming up with you all, or rather my idea of receiving a commendation, been unrealistic from the start? Watching how you handled things over the course of the operation today left me thinking. You can easily deal with anything that gets thrown at you, but I've only caused you trouble.
Okay, but you have to learn how to deal with things. You know, improv skills are important.
I got the meeting place wrong, I can't even protect myself from ethereals, and I can't even provide you with the right intel when you need it.
Hey, Ollie! That's enough grumbling for now, okay? Nobody can easily handle every single thing that gets thrown at them. Didn't I tell you before? I almost ended up losing my life for nothing thanks to one bad guy. I wasn't lying about that. So there's actually lots of things I can't do. There are traces of ethereals all around you, Ollie. You must have wiped them out in a panic, right?
Really? I didn't even notice.
Ollie, you were the one who came up with using Internet against these gangsters. You were the one leading this operation, and you were the one who took down these ethereals just now. Who kept yourself alive until we got here.
However, I do think that he's much more suited for, like, planning than he is on actual action. Maybe there's, like, a different position that would suit him better.
Don't you get it? You're nowhere near as bad as you think. Stop being so hard on yourself. And turn your personal experience and your personality into your very own secret weapon.
That's the radio.
Huh? It's a message from those other officers. Yes, this is Ollie. What's going on?
Ma'am, your intuition and foresight are truly remarkable.
Huh?
Ma'am, not long after we split up, we spotted this sneaky figure around the setup point, so we apprehended him immediately. This kid was dressed up like a gangster. He might have something to do with the gang we're looking for.
Where are you right now? We'll head to you immediately, and we can go to the 12th precinct together.
What? Go into the precinct together? Delaney? Huggins? Wait a sec. I'm really far away from you right now. Why don't you take him back to the 11th precinct?
That, it wouldn't be proper.
It's totally fine. You two apprehended the suspect, so the credit's all yours. You should take him back to the 11th precinct for interrogation. Go on now, quickly! I've just taken on another assignment. I'll be watching closely as to how your interrogation goes. Good luck!
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Great work.
That's weird. I only mentioned it offhand. I never thought they'd actually catch a criminal. If you go back with them to their precinct, Ollie, it'll blow our cover. So we have to give them credit for this arrest. But I'm a little anxious about the outcome of the interrogation. So dust yourself off and hurry back to your precinct. Contact me the moment you hear anything.
Okay, you got it.
The plot does thicken. I think we'll get the conclusion of this in the next chapter. Like, I think he has to blow his cover by the end of this. Like, there's no way in this type of story they won't do anything. Ollie hurries out of the hollow and back to the 12th precinct.
Proxy, Ollie's already headed off. Let's call it a day as well. I'm so tired. Forgive me for not taking EOS back.
Fine, I'll just walk with my short little legs back to the thing, okay? It's not like you have longer legs. I never expected you so patient with Ollie.
I never expected you to be so patient with Ollie.
Hey, come on. What are you saying? Even my ears are blushing. I mean, we've put in a lot of work today. If we leave them now, we'd be throwing away our investment. How can I put this? Whenever I used to see a public security officer, I would just avoid them. But after working with these two, I realized they're just a bunch of average Joes.
They kind of are, just with extra permissions and powers. So you have to be careful with the extra permissions and powers.
You've also been running around all day, Proxy. Thanks. I bet we'll be getting a message from Ollie sometime soon. Let's get some rest for now. I'll contact you if I hear anything.
Despite the twists and turns, the operation went smoothly. I thought we were done for. Yeah, really. Who would have thought Ollie would make such a terrible mistake? He's kind of stupid and pathetic. I knew Nekomata was smart, but I guess I underestimated her. I'm just glad Nekomata joined the Cunning Hares instead of becoming our opponent. By the way, Wise, what do you think about that guy who got caught by the security officers from 11th Precinct? It was surprise. I think he might be involved with the plot way more. Yeah, I also find the timing of that guy showing up a bit too convenient. Huh. Maybe we can trace that guy back to the gang public securities after. Anyway, let's wait for an update after Ollie's interrogation. Take a break. Just got a message from Nekomata and she wants to meet up at the parking lot. She sounds kind of serious in the text. What happened?
Proxy, the public security officer found out who you are. How long do you think you would withstand being interrogated before confessing?
Not at all. I'm scared now. Confess is too serious of a word.
I'm just saying, but maybe I'm being too cautious. Ollie's interrogation has concluded.
Isn't that a good thing?
As things stand, we seem to be getting the answers we need, but my intuition tells me there's something wrong. Very few gangsters who roam the streets are willing to reveal things so quickly. I'm not sure if it's because public security is more experienced in interrogation techniques, but never mind. Something just feels off. That's why I wanted to talk to you in person. Let's talk inside your store.
After returning to the store with Nekomata, everyone listens to her recount her meeting with Ollie.
Miss Nekomata, 11th Precinct has sent over the results of their interrogation. That sneaky dude they found lurking around the hollows is actually from the gang we're going after. He's already flipped. He told us how they sent him out to snoop around because they'd heard about and were interested in our bait.
Oh, and under what circumstances did he give up this information?
Huh? Why do you ask? Is that important?
Yes, because why would he just give information willingly?
Of course! If he keeps silent, then there's definitely a connection. But if he gets suddenly angry, then perhaps you misread the situation. Or perhaps you're completely right. If he keeps saying, I can't say, it means there are conditions you have to meet before he'll talk. A gang member capable of hollow exploration like this is certainly no amateur. If he won't spill everything out of desperation, you should be very skeptical about anything he says.
Huh, you're so knowledgeable! But the interrogation was carried out by the 11th Precinct, so we only have access to the written report. There's no way of knowing the specifics of the interrogation. And there's something else that's troublesome. If this guy doesn't report back to his gang, it might expose our trap. So, to avoid that possibility, the Precinct decided to immediately use him in a sting to catch the rest of his gang. They asked him to leak info to his gang, saying that the ether resources are legit, and the gangs decided to make a move on it.
So that's gonna be a trap because he could have used code words, basically saying, hey, I've been captured and I have to do this.
Meow. Something about this operation still seems fishy to me. I'll just have to bite my tail and go with the flow for now.
Back to the present at the video store.
That's everything that happened. According to that gang member, the gang tends to use a pretty large group for the robbery. There's a small team of 3 to 4 individuals assigned to handle the transportation and disposal of the stolen goods once the job is done. Ollie's mission this time is to lead a small team along with a defected gang member and capture those involved in fencing the stolen goods. They'll head to the Hollow in a little while to carry out the mission.
Is he okay with this?
Ollie's leading a team into the Hollow? Is he going to be okay if he runs into ethereals?
He says he's been training in a simulator ever since we got out last time. And this time he's got a team with him. So it should be okay. I've already talked to him. This time we're gonna follow him at a distance and play things by ear. If he needs our help with anything, he'll find a way to message us in secret.
He's gonna message us in secret because that's how things work. Oh no, physical and fire? Well, at least I have Nekomata. But that's all I got, so... we have at least one coverance. This seems too straight of a line.
Reporting in, Officer Ollie. Our team and the main force at the resource point are all in position. Operation Watch and Wait is ready to go. Over.
Roger that. All right, Alberto. You're our informant, so it's time for you to take the stage. Give your boss a call.
Yes, sir. Hello? Yeah, boss, it's me.
Alberto, glad you still remember who's boss. My patience was seconds away from wearing thin after not hearing from you in so long.
Sorry, boss. I had a problem with my carrot, and only just got it fixed. But it's all sorted now.
You better not mess this up. I've got the location that you sent over. Is it the right place?
Don't worry, I got the scoop when I was out gathering intel last time.
Alright. We're gonna get the goods now. You go meet up with the vehicles. Out.
I did everything you said, sir.
Okay. Next, you'll take us to the ones responsible for selling the stolen goods.
He's gonna lead them into a trap! Meanwhile, not far away.
Proxy, Ollie's group is about to get moving. We should get going too.
Oh god, that is far.
Master, please remotely assist Ollie in reaching his destination.
Sure.
I have updated your system with Ollie's look. Please make sure detected an electrical switch that controls the door. I've marked the location of the switch in your system.
It's open! Your virtual assistant is useful after all. Ethereals! We can close the door with that button over there so Ollie will know he should switch paths.
Miss Nekomata, your help from afar is invaluable.
No worries, just keep going. Leave the rest to me.
Aw, we have to fight him? Damn it! I thought we didn't have to deal with it! Guess we're dealing with it. Fine! To protect Ollie, I suppose. There's probably gonna be a big one by the end of this, huh? There usually is. Oh, I didn't dodge? Bro.
Leave the rest to me.
I'm up.
Hello. Do I have her E? No, I don't have her E. That's unfortunate. Because I need more grouping. 100%. There we go. Ain't too hard. Just a few ethereals. How are you gonna get across, though? Oh.
I'm hearing interference on the comms device. Don't stray too far away.
What? We're here.
How far from the stolen goods are we?
There is a shortcut, but seems like we're good to go.
Anyone else?
Looks like someone's sneaking up behind Ollie and company.
Get him. But now we're on their track. Wait, shouldn't all the bandits be where the bait was set? Why are they still here? You and Nekomata have a bad feeling about this, but you'll need to defeat them first and then interrogate them for the answers. You know why the bandits are there. They set up a trap, buddy.
Leave the rest to me.
Anyone else want to come out? Hi.
I'm up. Time to sharpen my claws.
Oh, come on. You guys didn't get looped into that?
No problem. It's gonna hit me.
Oh, that didn't dodge. Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm up.
There we go. That's what I wanted to happen.
You can't escape.
More? Oh, come on. You want to loop around here?
Left yourself wide open.
Perfect. That's what I wanted.
We can't get back, though.
Why are there bandits here?
You know why bandits are here. Yep, that's boss area.
Where did they go?
Just gonna take all the healing, even though I don't need it. Oh?
How come the hollow is shifting?
Was that purposeful? Oh.
They set us up. We fell into their trap.
Of course we did.
What? What's going on? I thought there were only supposed to be a few of them covering the sale. What are all these guys doing here? This isn't good. We're outgunned.
Everyone, just calm down and get ready to make a break for it!
Don't you think it's a little late for that?
Boss, we rounded up the officers, except for the one leading them.
So, this is what you had planned all along?
I mean, it's a very obvious trap, but sure.
Of course it's a trap. Never thought the hunter would become the hunted, did you?
You, don't tell me you...
We're a gang making a living stealing ether resources. We always know where the grass is greener. Killer job like that pops up on internet? You better believe we're gonna look into it. If you ask me, your mistake was being way too eager to get what you want. And trusting the word of a gangster.
Probably the second part, yeah.
Anyway, we'd be rude not to accept such a fine gift from public security. Right?
What are you gonna do?
Already shaking with fear. Now, how did a coward like you end up making captain?
Alright, Captain. It's time for you to take the stage. Call up your main force and come up with a reason for them to withdraw from the resource site.
What? No way! I won't!
Okay, but you're then risking the lives of your agents when they've been outnumbered.
No. Do you still not understand the gravity of the situation?
I mean, he does know that we're coming up behind him, so maybe he's just stalling.
Help us get this batch of ether resources, and I'll let you live. Isn't that a good deal? Or would you rather wait here with these officers, waiting to be fed to the ethereals?
I don't like the way he said fed, actually.
Ethereals! No, don't! You can't feed me to an ethereal!
Hey, boss! I think ethereals really freaked this guy out. Captain, call up your guys right now. The boss's patience is running out.
No, I can't do that.
Huh?
I don't want to be eaten by an ethereal, but I don't want to lose my job either. If I help you contact the main force, I'll be fired, and my life will be completely ruined!
Homie's just yapping right now.
So what you're saying is, it's better to just end everything here and now.
No, that's not what I meant either! What I'm saying is, I know another way to get the etheric resources without having to involve the other officers.
Huh. Is that a fact? Sure you're not just, making stuff up?
Of course not. Please trust me. I'm an orphan and was adopted as a kid. I brought up a whole load of siblings, all unrelated to me, and I suffered so much over the years. I thought becoming a public security officer would mean having a decent job. But after all these years in the department, I've mostly just been sitting on the sidelines. I'm not that young anymore, and this operation might be the last chance I ever get. But seeing as it's doomed anyway, I should really think about myself first and foremost.
Aw, Ollie's learning!
As long as the department doesn't know I'm responsible, the blame won't fall on me, even if the ether resources are lost.
How surprising. The kid really does have some will to live. Alright then. Lead the way.
On the other side.
Damn it! I knew something smelled fishy! It was all a setup! The gangsters tricked Ollie!
Well, it's already happened. So all we can do now is adapt and respond. But what do you two think about what Ollie just said?
It's a lie! Ollie must have a reason for what he's doing.
I think Ollie must have something planned.
Yeah, I think so too. Remember? Back when we first met Ollie, he was terrified. But he still didn't reveal he was actually a public security officer.
Yeah, like she said. He may be unreliable, but he's got more backbone than I thought. And did his speech to the gangster boss sound familiar to you too?
He's a bright guy. He's definitely planning something. Let's follow him and see what he's up to.
Come with me. Over there.
So well behaved.
We're gonna corner him, huh?
Keep an eye on the area for me.
Aw, man!
Where's Ollie taking the gang members? Proxy, let's catch up!
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go here, so I will have to fight this guy, but... Do I have... Here, take the stupid gear coins. Thank you. Damn. This is loading a while. Alright. I wonder what Ollie is setting up. I think he knows that we've been watching his back the entire time and he's hoping that we'll come to his rescue, you know? Or he has PubSec coming from a different side that he signaled. Either one, I'm not sure. But it would also have to reveal that he was using illegal proxies this whole time. I don't know how his boss is gonna take it, but... Like, I hope by the end of this, he gets a position where it's actually much better for him, that suits his skills. Kind of like... I think he's really good at planning things, but he's not good at execution. So, like, if he plans the things, and then he just guides people where they need to go, like from... a proxy or like a proximity like outside, then I think that position might be better for him, right? Because not everyone's suited to every single type of skill, and clearly he's not an on-field person. Like, he's really, really bad at being on-site and on-field. So he has to take, I guess, background kind of positions to make up for the fact that, I don't know, he can't do this specifically. And that might actually work better for him. And he'll probably not have to deal with ethereals for one, but then two, maybe he'll get paid better. Like, planning is hard. A lot of people hire, like, public planners for events and stuff like that, and it costs a bit amount of money because it's very hard to get things in position and set together, you know? I will take this. Does this have anything? Healing. We take those. And money. Boing!
Is Ollie trying to tell us to use the switch?
Ah, there we go. He's trapped. 100%. I don't need this. I am already healed. I know keeping that it's not going to do much, but... Ooh.
Okay, we're here. We've arrived at our destination.
Hey, what is this place? This seems pretty far from where you stash your etheric resources.
Please, just hear me out for a moment. When I was out here earlier, laying out the resources, I discovered this weird spatial displacement phenomenon nearby, happening intermittently.
Are you saying all we have to do is just wait here, and a spatial displacement will bring etheric resources to us from who knows where?
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah. He's gonna bring the ethereals to you for sure.
Yes, just a little bit longer, and a miracle is going to happen.
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you getting all sweaty?
Mom spaghetti?
What's that sound?
Boss, this isn't good. Ethereals! There's so many. Where'd they all come from?
I can't take it anymore! Ethereals!
On the other side.
So Wally took those gangsters to where he got attacked last time.
Looks like he wants the ethereals to weaken the gangsters, to create an opportunity for us.
We shouldn't let his efforts go to waste. Come on, let's get after him.
Excuse me while I take whatever this is first.
Go. Let's hurry up.
Where the heck am I going? Oh! Landed on top of him is what happened. Also, Ayo, not like that.
We finally wiped out all the ethereals, boss.
Where'd that sneaky little cop get to, Alberto? How dare he try this kind of stunt on me? I'm gonna skin him alive.
He's over here. We've got him. Come here.
I took you for a jittery coward before. I didn't think you had the guts. You led us to that horde of ethereals hoping they'd take us out. Bet you never thought a bunch of gangsters like us could take them all out, huh?
No. I actually thought of that, but I knew this would be enough.
What do you mean? Make some sense!
What he means is, now I can take you out all by myself.
Oh, is it? Okay, so it's multiple guys.
You guys want to try me too?
You've done it.
I'm up.
Can I gather them?
Lift yourself wide open.
Okay, so attack two of them and not all of them. That sucks.
Get back.
Homie is spinning. Oh my god. There we go. Wanna come back?
Take this.
He's heading that way. Run him down.
Oh, hello? Oh, that I thought Eos was a bad guy. My bad. Where are you, buddy?
Let's get him.
Wish I had someone to group things, but I don't have it.
Understood.
Please kick him faster. Thank you.
Over here.
Any more? Hi, buddy. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Now I got
How much longer are you gonna bug me?
Until you all surrendered, of course.
Dream on!
Not the Molotovs.
She's just one girl. Take her out. Watch out. Get him.
Go, Neko. Okay.
Get her.
She's just some lousy cat.
I'm sorry, her response is so funny. Did you kick him in the crotch? Oh my god!
I'm here to say that one more time.
You stupid cat!
Did he just like Tom and Jerry this? Oh my god!
Told you I could take all you out just by myself.
Aw, look at her go!
Nekomata, Proxy, you really came.
Ollie, you look a little shaky there.
Ollie, you're looking kind of shaky. Did you get hurt?
Don't worry, our uniforms are pretty tough. It's just, I saw so many ethereals all at once.
It got me a bit flustered.
Those gangsters almost tore you to pieces, but you're still fixated on the ethereals? You really are something.
For real, priorities, buddy.
But anyway, you did a pretty good job just now, Ollie.
All thanks to your quick thinking.
That's right. If you hadn't thought so quickly to use the ethereals to weaken them, Nekomata might not have been enough to take them out.
Well, now that I think about it, that really was kind of unbelievable, wasn't it? My mind just about went blank once I realized we'd been double-crossed. And I don't know why, but I suddenly thought of what Miss Nekomata said before. Turn your personal experience and your personality into your very own secret weapon.
So, you figured out the way I do things, and tricked those gangsters the same way I would've? Great work! And thanks to your quick thinking, your lies went a whole lot more smoothly this time.
It's because what I said wasn't all lies.
Yeah?
Well, didn't you tell me that it's best to mix in some of your own personal experience if you want to get someone to believe your lies? Well, I really am an orphan. I was the oldest kid at the orphanage, and I really did have to more or less raise a whole load of siblings, all unrelated to me. And the reason I chose Argyle's was because of the free tuition, due to family finances.
If your finances were so bad, why didn't you go to a company-affiliated school? I have heard lots of company-run schools offer scholarships. And with your ether aptitude, you probably would have gotten some more lucrative job offers once you graduated.
Some orphans who get out into the real world feel shackled by self-doubt or the distressing memories of their early years, and they happen to find themselves on a path irreversibly in pursuit of money and survival. Of course, I don't mean to say anything bad about people like that. After all, it is what it is. But as an older brother, I never want to see my younger siblings like that. I wanted to become a public security officer so I could stand with my head held high and tell them we can all become amazing people. But I'm no role model. I've done nothing really after all these years. I mean, I've never even been awarded so much as a simple commendation before.
No wonder you were so intent on getting some recognition before. It was all because of this. But I think your wish just might have come true.
Hopefully, until, District 11 blows your cover.
Huh?
Good role models aren't defined by the accommodations they're awarded, but by the actions they take. You showed ingenuity and bravery during the mission. You not only saved public security from losing those ether resources, but you also arrested all those criminals. Are those not the actions of a good role model?
Really? I did all that?
Aww.
Sure did. So keep your head up high. Your brothers and sisters, they're all gonna be proud of you too. Anyway, everything's settled for now. So, we'll leave the rest of it to you public security officers to handle.
That concludes a successful partnership.
A happy and successful end to our cooperation.
I don't know if I'll get a bonus this time, but I'll pay both your fees as soon as I get back to the precinct.
I'm sure you'll get your bonus. But as for my cut, I don't want it.
Neko, why? You need to help pay for the cutting hairs, though!
Huh? Miss Nekomata, what are you talking about?
I said you don't have to pay me. Just pay the proxy. Take your bonus and buy those kids something nice. Kids who grew up with nothing cherish whatever gifts they're given. It's just what I found in my personal experience.
Aw, Neko! You really don't want it? We can split the remainder then, Nekomata. I think that's the best.
Let's split the remainder. But Ollie, we have a condition. Remember what you said today, and keep being a good role model for those kids.
Yeah, and if I ever catch even a sniff that you've gone crooked, then you can bet I'll be the first one after you.
Thanks so much! I promise, I'll definitely keep up my end of the deal too.
And just like that, a curtain finally closes on a successful operation. Man, first the original Nekomata story, and now this? Like, Nekomata story, try not to cry challenge, impossible, clearly. Why must you do this, buddy? 1 week later.
Proxy! It's me!
Have you come to work off some of your debt?
Welcome. Come to work off some of the cunning hair's debt?
No way. I just came by today to bring you some fresh fish.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you.
Wow, the fresh smell of a new scheme.
Don't be so suspicious, you two. They're from Ollie.
Ollie sent this? Isn't he a public security officer? Where'd he get so much fish?
After he was told he'd be getting his bonus, he said he went back to the orphanage last weekend. He went ahead and told them all the presents were for me, so all the kids went out fishing with him to say thanks.
Aww! Wow, isn't that fantastic? Fish is your favorite.
Well, yeah, but don't stereotype us sirens. Sometimes we want a little variety. Something nicer. Like steak or crab legs.
Oh my god, crab legs would be so good right now.
Anyway, I've got way too much now, so I want to share some with you. Take half of it. I insist.
Just then, the door of the video store opens.
Anby! You! What are you doing here?
I'm just returning a tape. Ah, proxies. That's a lot of fish.
Thanks, buddy. One of Nekomata's friends gave them to her.
One of Nekomata's friends gave them to her.
Hey, Anby, what do you mean by exactly?
Nothing. It's just a little surprising you have friends who give you gifts. Not like the rest of us cunning hairs.
Oh my god, Anby, shh, you don't need to say that, girl.
Well, of course I do, because I'm actually super popular. Definitely. Enough to call me a role model for the cunning hairs.
Yeah, the very role model of a cunning hair.
Huh? You just agree. Just like that?
So?
It's nothing.
Oh, she's blushing!
Why do I feel like all this was a waste of time?
I'm going back to the cunning hairs now, Nekomata. You coming? Want me to carry some fish?
Okay, we'll be going then, Phaethon. See ya!
Well, all things considered, the commission ended pretty well. How about fish for dinner tonight, Wise?
What else are we gonna have, buddy? Nekomata finishes speaking and leaves.
Wise, why did Nekomata just say she was a waste of time?
It's all because of her original goal, right?
Oh, I remember now. When Nekomata first got in touch to work with us, it was to get that poker face to admit Nekomata really is a model of the cunning hairs. But if Nekomata had not invested so much time in this case, she would have made friends with Ollie and gotten fish from a friend, and wouldn't have the chance to brag Anby about how popular she is. Yeah, so I don't think what Nekomata did was a waste of time at all.
We also get fish for free.
Yeah, right. What are you gonna do with all the fish, though? I don't think we can eat them all in one meal. How about trying a few different dishes?
What if we get something in a noodle shop and then they can make a broth? A seafood fish broth? Yes! That's what I want. I want a seafood fish broth. And it's done. All of it's done. I think it was a really cute, like, start to end story. Like, it was a little bit predictable between everything else, but it had, like, a very feel-good story, and it kind of expanded upon, like, Nekomata's thinking, I suppose, via someone else, of course. I just kind of feel bad it was mainly focused around this other guy and not about Nekomata herself. Like, this was the issue I think I had with Genshin Hangouts very early on, in like Inazuma and then like first part of Sumeru, where the actual story quest isn't really about the person, it's about them dealing with another commission while also just hanging around with them. So this kind of falls under that trope, but otherwise I think this is actually really, really cute, and I'm curious to see when we'll see Nekomata next.